What's cracking, fellas? Kenny coming back at you with another goddamn video. So for today's video, we're going to be looking at the state of affairs of WWE Champions. Now, I realize that change is inevitable. The only constant in life is change. So some change is good. However, there seems to be a lot of people who are up in arms about like what's going on with the state of affairs with WWE Champions. And we'll get into that in a little bit. However, changes are coming, fellas. Changes are coming. And that's going to beget more changes. And more changes. And wait. And even more changes. So, what I'd like to say about that is not all change is good.
Whatever you're reaching for better be a sandwich, because you're going to have to eat it.
Not all change is for the better. Let me put Scully down for a minute. So, what I'd like to say about that is, you know what? These changes that are going on right now with the medals and the straps have got a lot of people up in arms. It seems like they're just adding to the game just to add to the game's sake, which... in all fairness, I see the direction that they're headed in this way. However, combined with perks and with straps and with medals and stuff like that, it's making the game a little bit convoluted, which is troubling to some people who just want to play the game for the game's sake. You can see that it's just it's turning into a little bit of a mess with some of these guys with titles. A little confusing to a lot of people. You know what would be great to see from Scopely, and I'm not trying to dog on Scopely here, fellas. You know, I believe that there's a way for us to work together as a community. You know, to solve some of this stuff, but it needs to be open communication. There needs to be some kind of dialogue going on. Not just them haphazardly throwing things into the game. It's like vomiting onto a table and trying to sift through it to see what works and what doesn't. Obviously, this is a flawed system. So I'm not sure exactly what needs to be done. I've got a couple ideas which I wanted to throw out to you guys as a community. And if you guys want to leave a comment in the comment section below, just give me some feedback. Let me know what's going on. That would be cool. I know there's a couple factions that are trying to like boycott spending and stuff like that, which, you know, wouldn't be a terrible idea to kind of open their eyes, but I don't think it's going to leave a dent in the bigger overall picture. The overarching problem here is that the communication just isn't there. This is a money-run system. You can see in the store, there's always some kind of, and you can see I bought some stuff, I claimed some stuff. So you can always see there's always some kind of offer, they're throwing something at you, always. And I love this, fellas. This cracks me up. They dusted off rush tokens again. I never thought I'd see these things again. It's hilarious that they're in the store for $10 and 600 in-game cash. I just think that's just hilarious. But there's offer after offer after offer after offer after offer after offer. And it can be a little bit daunting because it's you know it's a little discouraging for the community because, you know, in order to play, you got to open up your wallets a little bit. You know, and for free to play characters, new characters coming in, new people coming into the game, this can get kind of frustrating. I mean, I could imagine like looking at this game from ground zero and being like, man, it's going to cost me thousands of dollars just to get involved in this game. I might as well just download Mario Kart or something like that. You know, so always some kind of loot special going on, you know, or something, some kind of membership, some kind of this, some kind of that. You know what? Unsimplify things a little bit. Let's break it down, man. A couple ideas that I had in mind were these. You know, factions are factions. The faction feud system is kind of flawed. There's a lot of factions out now that are just boycotting the faction feud participation altogether. I mean, literally, like, sorry about that, fellas. Literally, the faction feud rewards are total garbage right now. You know, they're like 3-star gold characters that like everybody has, like a Trickster Roman Reigns at like 3-star gold or something like that. If they started putting in rare characters again or something like that, that would be cool. However, you know, you're going up a lot of times against like behemoth juggernaut factions that just have a lot of sister factions and stuff. They can rotate people in and out. It's kind of harder to participate. It'd be nice to see a system in factions where you can, you know, and I'm gaining this model off of Marvel Contest of Champions, where you can add in-game friends, right? You can add in-game friends, and you can challenge them to a match while they're online. You can chat with them. You can pull up a separate chat window. You can challenge them individually to matches. I would love to see a faction event, right, where we're pitted against each other, sort of like a Royal Rumble style matchup, round robin tournament, whatever. You know, Survivor Series would be great to play into this, where we'd have like a faction tournament, you know, a round robin tournament that's set up with 100 players, and then you can go through the different brackets till you get to the final matchup, and then the two people will go against each other. You know, I don't know if like the final matchup should be like best 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 5 or what the matches be like that. But like, I always thought that would be kind of a cool little feature to add instead of just throwing just deal after deal after deal after money. You know, it's like a money pit at this point. You know, and then these failed features like the rush token, like the you know, some of these medals and straps and perks and stuff that cost a hell of a lot of coin. You know, and on top of all that stuff, there's the inventory issue. I have these turkeys sitting in my inventory for God knows how long. I mean, for fuck's sake, this turkey has gone bad like a year ago. Just spoiled turkey after spoiled turkey, brains and chips and medals and folding chairs and bootios things and all kinds of stuff, man, that I got in this inventory just chilling out in here. It's annoying having to scroll and, you know, do the up down arrow and all this other stuff. So I know that they've mentioned cleaning up this inventory for a while now, but nothing has been done about it. That's a simple coding procedure. It could take like, you know, couple hours for them, a simple coder to do, just to write a code that would help us clean this inventory up. Or, you know, they could even produce some kind of loot, right? They could produce some kind of loot where they'd have we'd be able to spend some of this stuff on the loot and just clean this stuff up. So they could even write a code where we could just delete the things, you know? That wouldn't be bad either. I know a lot of people are screaming for some kind of compensation for that shit sitting in their inventory for so long. Good, man. Good. If I was going to use the analogy of anything, man, if I had a friend, right, and he's like, hey, I'm moving all this stuff, I'm in transition and stuff like that. Can I store some stuff in your office, Kenny? I'd be like, sure. You know what I mean? Like, but if that shit's gonna sit in my office for like 2 years, you know I'm gonna start charging him something for it. You know, I'm not like a storage. I'm not a storage unit here. My office isn't a storage unit, and our inventory isn't a storage unit for this crap, man. Because this is an inconvenience, just scrolling through this stuff trying to find what you want to find. So anyway, guys, with that being said, will they do something about it? I don't know. Like I said, the communication would be nice between the community and some of the Scopely employees. I know there's some Reddit stuff going around on the boards. There's some boycotts. If you're looking to get involved in that, maybe it's something that, like, those are drastic measures for sure.
You're ghosting us, motherfucker. I don't care who you are back in the world. You give up position one more time, I'll bleed you real quiet. Leave you here. Got that?
Hopefully it doesn't have to resort to something like that. I've whaled my way through this game a lot. I've cut back on spending dramatically just because of the state of things, and I know that a lot of people are kind of seeing eye to eye with that sentiment. But we'll see, man. We'll see. Only time can tell what's going to happen. Some of the month-long events I just wanted to get into right now are a little bit annoying. I do like, however, some of the ingots or whatever, and the prizing stuff. That's kind of cool because some of these resources are just so scarce. And that's another problem with the medals and the straps coming out. Farming. I mean, a lot of us rely, especially free-to-play characters, people in the game, rely on farming to get their TP, their coins, their resources to level up some of their guys. I mean, really, like, having the medals and stuff in the loot boxes prohibits us from really farming effectively. I mean, it's a less percentage chance of something popping up, like a TP or coin or something like you would actually use. So I think the game has its ups. I think it's got its downs, obviously. I mean, look at my roster size, 821K. I've been playing this thing for a minute, fellas. So, obviously, like, I like the game and I like things about it. However, I think that it can always be improved upon. Always be, there's always things that can be added that are going to be effective and not destructive to the community. There's a lot of people who've been playing this for a long time who've just been turned off by the idea that, like, it's turned into this money pit of a game. And it's a shame. And I think that there's ways to kind of counteract that with Scopely, balancing that out. I would, wholeheartedly like to see that tournament style type of faction match, because I've always wondered. I've looked at, like, some of the people in my faction and talked to them and stuff, and been like, man, I would love to go up against this dude's roster. And sometimes, eventually, you'll see that in the showdown mode. You'll see the person who run across their AI in the showdown mode, but there's no live mode. I would like to see, like, live matches against people. And I know that code does exist out there. These bot AI things are so predictable. Going up against them can be, just like whatever. If you see one, you see them all. You know exactly what kind of gem matches they're going to go for. You know what they're going to, like, do next. You know how they're going to hit their moves, in sequence. Like Trickster Andre, like, he doesn't hit that sub move first. Like, that's a problem. So I'd like to see some more competitive nature in that sense. The invasion, I don't know what the hell happened to it, but it's kind of gone. That system is flawed as well. It's gone to hell. It was fun. I thought it was funner when it was, before you could only attack 8 times and then do it. I thought it was funner that way. However, I know it was, like, kind of a grind for a lot of people. But this strap business, I'm not a fan of. Just wanted to put that out there, fellas. I do have a rare strap for... Okay, I'll open that shit later. Anyway, guys, changes are coming. They're already here. We'll see. Some changes are for the better, some are for the worst. But only time will tell if this thing gets better, if it gets worse, if they're just throwing things out for the sake of throwing things out there, just to see what sticks on the wall. But man, you know, I can't imagine this going any differently from the way the perk system is working now. Some people use it, a lot of people don't. And that's just the fact of things. You know, a lot of people just don't want to spend all their coin on, it's like 20 million just to like max out the all the perks, you know? Who's got that kind of coin just lying around? You know, shit, dude. You have to hoard for a really long time to get 20 million. So anyway, guys, that's my video. I hope you liked it. If you did, hit the subscribe button. I could use all the subs I can get. I'm a new channel. I'm a growing channel. If you liked it, hit the like button. Leave a comment in the comment section below. If you need to get in touch with me, here's all the details below. And in the meantime, peace out. Be well.
And tomorrow we come back and we cut off your Johnson.
Excuse me?
I said we cut off your Johnson!